Greetings, my fellow Americans! It's your old pal, Sergeant Bastard. I've got a small announcement about this video. This video was originally going to be a 200 subscriber special, but Fugitive Red Eye was too lazy to edit it together and too lazy to record additional segments in time. So because he's taken so long to do that, it has since become a 300 subscriber special. If you don't like it, you can get the fuck out. Anyway, that's all I have to say. Enjoy the rest of the video, my fellow Americans. You're watching Fugitive Red Eye, and welcome to my 200 subscriber special. At the time I'm recording this, I'm at 213 subscribers, so thank you for that. For this subscriber special, I'm doing something different than I did last time. Last time I did a couple throwbacks and a couple things to try and represent what my channel is, and I might still do that a little bit. But going with the throwbacks, we're going to start off by remaking a couple of videos that I did at the beginning of my channel really shittily. And as you may have noticed, I'm wearing the hat from Horror Fest, my horrible old Halloween special from 2011, and I'm recording this on a webcam like I used to do back in the day. The entire thing will obviously not be recorded on a webcam because I will be using the capture card and a few other things to make sure I represent everything good, but I thought this would be a nice throwback to have at the beginning too. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the modded console. So anyway, let's get right into this. So here's the first one we're going to be having a look at. You may recognize this one. This is the one that I first showed in the video many years ago. It has this nice skull decal in it. It is a soft mod. Since the time I last showed it, we did actually get a little screen that we added onto it. You can kind of see my reflection in that, but yeah, I'll go a little bit more into detail with this once we fire it up. Let's get this thing turned on and I'll talk a little bit more about it. So here we have the one that started it all. My super cool modded Xbox. This is actually Snowman's Xbox. I presented it as mine in the original video, but it's actually Snowman's. Also, a part of being more careful, I do want to explain, of course, that I do, of course, legally own all of the games on here, physically. They're simply installed for convenience. Like I said, I'm being a little bit more careful with this than I used to be. But as you can see, this is the NES emulator. And then, you know, there's the hacked versions of games and stuff in here. You can see there's a lot of games on here. But, I'm being super selective with this one because Nintendo. But, let's take a look at Sega. Now, there's a weird problem with the skin resetting on this one that it didn't used to have, but it doesn't cause any actual issues. So, anyway, here's the Atari Lynx, which is one that I didn't show off. I'm going to show off a little bit more than I used to back in the day. So you can see there's quite a few games on here. Here's Alien vs. Predator. As you can see, it's very similar to, like, Doom and such. Although it's definitely not as nice with the way you look around. It's super blocky and tanky, and it's not that great, honestly. But it's an interesting concept nonetheless. But, yeah, this Xbox is the one that we showed off. It's the earliest video still up on my channel. But there's a lot of obscure things on here, which is pretty cool. Let's just pick a game at random here. Ooh, Splatterhouse. This is, of course, the TurboGrafx 16. But anyway, this isn't really about the games. If you want me to stream any of these games, let me know. Of course, Nintendo is kind of not an option to do. But anything else? This is the Sega Master System one. This is how I play Michael Jackson's Moonwalker and how I got to the final level. Yep, okay, here's the final level of Moonwalker. But yeah, again, I'm not really focusing on the games here today. We're really just more or less kind of showing off the console and what's showcased on it. Again, if you want to see any more of these in depth, I'd be happy to oblige. Here's one that some people might be familiar with. This is Super Noah's Ark 3D, the only unlicensed Super Nintendo game. And it's a Wolfenstein 3D clone where you play as Noah and you you feed animals by shooting them with a slingshot and other things. Maybe I'll do a full playthrough of this game sometime. It's a bit of a different one. Anyway, I think you get the idea of what this particular Xbox has on it. It doesn't have as much as some of the other ones. It doesn't have enough memory to save games onto it, and it has that problem where the disc tray gets stuck, but if you shove another disc in it, it will open. There's also a PS1 emulator, but we only have one game installed on here. No, two games, sorry. There's Metal Slug, and there's Persona 2, I think? Yep, Persona 2. And Metal Slug X. But, yeah, this is that console again, showing a little bit more detail, I think. It's pretty cool. You know, that's something I said over and over again last time, and I spent, like, fucking 20 minutes dicking around at the beginning of the video. Okay, more like 4 minutes, but still. It's only an 8-minute video, but, yeah, this is that. But, that's enough on this console, I think we'll... Okay, and now I am remaking arguably my worst ever video, so here goes. My Jet Set Radio Future glitch video. A video that is on the channel still, but is unlisted. However, there will be a link in the description for context. It is absolutely awful. But I'm going to actually do it so you can see what I was doing. First glitch we're going to do is just a strictly cosmetic thing. This is Yo-Yo. He's the first character you unlock in the game, right? This is how he normally looks. Okay, that's already an unintended glitch here. So, one thing I want to point out. Right now, Yo-Yo is not saying anything. Normally, when you jump, he goes, haha, and he goes, yo, yo, when you do shit like this. But because I have NT3000 unlocked, he doesn't. That's a weird thing that happens. But that's not all. So now, that's how Yo-Yo normally looks. And he normally talks too, but when you select him from the garage, for whatever reason, it doesn't work. One other thing I want to mention that's not related, but since I've 100%ed this game, this motherfucker here is the hardest character to unlock. Zero beat. Anyway, here's NT3000. This is how he normally looks. As you can see, NT3000 has a much darker color palette, right? Now, this is how Yo-Yo would normally react. Here he goes, yo! This is what Yo-Yo would have normally done too, but for whatever reason it's been glitching out since I tried this today. But anyway, you've seen how both characters look, and they both talk exactly the same. NT3000, we're gonna go straight to Yo-Yo. Look at Yo-Yo's color scheme now. It's more like NT3000's. As you can see, Yo-Yo is still silent. Even when he wasn't glitching out and being silent in his normal outfit, though, he was still silent like this, so... As you can see, that's an alternate costume glitch for Yo-Yo. But that's not where that glitch ends. Now, if we go over here, we talk to Roboy again. We're gonna go back to Yo-Yo, that's his normal color scheme, but then we're gonna go this way back to NT3000. And now NT3000 has Yo-Yo's actual color scheme. Oh, he's not! That is fucking weird! It's even weirder than I remember. So I guess on this save, my Yo-Yo never talks, and my NT3000 always does. But yeah, this is NT3000 dressed as Yo-Yo, as opposed to the Yo-Yo dressed as NT3000. Those of you who don't know, they are characters that are supposed to look similar, because NT3000 is a Yo-Yo imposter from later in the game. So you hear how Roboy goes, yo, and like, makes all these noises, right? So every character makes noises, typically, and every character has things they say and, like, little grunts they make and stuff, right? But now, I'm gonna go do a training with Roboy. And once I do that, that should glitch it out. So we'll just do a super basic training. We'll do grind combos, why not? Now, if we go back, if I'm not mistaken, my Roboy should be silent. Yeah, see, now he doesn't say anything. Perfect, this is the place we want to go. The future side of Rokkaku whatever stadium. But this glitch is going to be a pain in the ass to replicate, because I don't remember how to do it. Ooh, gotta be careful. Alright, here we go. This one's for the game. And here is the Akumu statue. I have replicated the glitch. Here we are. So, one of the worst videos I have ever made because you can't see it. This is what you were missing. This big-ass Akumu statue, and this crowd of people you can go around and push around. And that's really all there is to it. Next up, I thought it'd be fun to kind of revisit one of my old bootlegs videos. This is, of course, Bootman Bill's bootleg copy of Violence Jack. I have looked a little bit at this before. I am originally recording this for the 300 subscriber special. However, I am thinking I'm going to do a recut of this later, to have a revisited version of this. There we have the good old Hello Kitty burning at the stake, probably my favorite thing about this DVD. Manga anime cartoon DVD. And of course there's the disc. I'm going to avoid showing the description in the version of this that goes in the 300 sub special, because the description of this does have a few spoilers for Devilman. However, when I recut this later, I will read the description in its entirety, because I did not in that. But since this is part of the special, this is just sort of a sampler for my revisit episode, and I will do another version of this afterward. And this is the main reason I wanted to do a revisit. This is the menu, which I didn't show in the original video. As you can hear, it has some audio, plays some music, and has a guy going, it's fucking great. One thing I think is kind of funny. You see here how it says, English audio. Watch what happens when you do English audio. See if we can get some dialogue, please. So I did English audio with no subtitles, right? Does that sound like English to you? Remember, I clicked English with no subtitles, but rather than actually having the English dub on here, it's really just another option for the subtitles. So, bootlegs, everyone. The quality on this is honestly pretty poor. It doesn't bother me too much. I think they actually ripped this directly from the uncut VHS, honestly. Because this has none of the scenes cut out, whereas the official Discotek one has all of the uncut scenes, but some of them aren't in the film itself, but are actually included as a bonus feature. And there's that sound. So yeah, that's the Violence Jack bootleg revisited. Like I said, I will do a re-revisit of this later on, but that's all I'm going to do for this part of the special. Here we have Best Damn Root Beer, which as far as I can tell is just alcoholic root beer. What a shocker. It tastes like root beer with alcohol. You can really taste the alcohol too, unfortunately. It's not the worst thing I've ever had, but it's not the best. It's pretty good, though. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of alcohol, the flavor in general, but this one, it's not too intrusive, but you can taste it. Speaking of root beer, here I have some Bundaberg Australian root beer. I was expecting this just to taste like normal root beer, and at first it does, but it has a really weird aftertaste that I kind of like and kind of don't. It's a bit odd, but it's good. It's different. It's definitely something else. Here we have some dorayake, which as you can see is these little pancakes that are filled with red bean paste that have a little picture of Doraemon on them. Here's what they look like up close. There's two pancakes with the red bean paste sandwiched in the middle. Let's give it a try. It tastes pretty good. I like red bean paste. I like pancakes. They're a pretty good combination. But overall, they taste like pancakes. Kind of, the red bean paste itself kind of tastes like jam. But it's pretty good. And now for an exclusive Sergeant Friends bonus mini-episode. One day, Pedro was at the bus stop and comes across an oddly familiar face. What's up, Ming?
You sound retarded.
What you mean by that, Ming?
You sound like a dirty Mexican.
Aren't you Mexican, Ming?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
That's a weird thing to forget, man.
Sorry, I took so much crack and I forgot. Because I'm Mexican.
Fuck's that supposed to mean, Ming?
I don't know.
What you mean you don't know, Ming?
I'm autistic, I don't know.
That's weird. By the way, I'm Pedro, Ming. What's your name?
My name is also Pedro.
Really?
What a coincidence.
Indeed, Ming.
But you look to me like a Taco Supreme gentleman.
The fuck's that supposed to mean, S.A.?
Supposed to be a slur, but I don't know any slurs.
You trying to start shit with me, Ming?
Obviously.
Yeah, well, fuck you, bitch. Fuck you. At this point, Pedro pulls out his trusty Mexican gun.
Clip, clip, bang, bang, pew, pew. We're starting clipping my turf.
Hello, YouTube. It is I, Tubba the Evil Heart, ruler of the Heart Gang. Fugitive Red-Eye has allowed me to end off this special by saying, I hope you enjoyed the video and that you support my conquest for world domination. Tubba, I did not tell you to say anything about world domination. You can shut the fuck up. But, Red-Eye, you said... No, I said to just say goodbye and to say that you hope they enjoyed the video. I said nothing about world domination. But that's my thing, Red-Eye. Come on! Alright, that's it, Tubba. You're off the team. Fuck you. Anyway, this has been Fugitive Red-Eye, and you have a great day.
Subscribe to Fugitive Red-Eye.